when you grow up with two cultures, you're always asking yourself the same thing. What is culture? Is it just that thing that connects you with those who came before you? No. I saw on TV that culture is something else. I saw on TV that culture, well, it's whatever's on your favorite channel, right? But how do you call that thing that connects you with certain people? You call it the internet. Wait a second. Then what makes me Italian? Okay, I'm not always asking myself these type of questions, so let's go back. Let's go back to the last video of ITAL. I was shooting a conversation between Sergio and Piercarlo. Well, how about we go actually a bit earlier? Okay, yeah. So, I was working with Sergio in a film project about Mexican stories. And we did months of research to try to understand how it feels to be both Mexican and American. While doing this research, it surprisingly made me reconnect with my own Italian side. For example, that's how I met Piercarlo. A man of multiple talents, with a very interesting outlook on life, as well as a proud father of an amazing Texan-Italian family.
Sì, no, mi chiedeva tre cose importanti dell'Italia, dell'essere italiano. E la prima che mi è venuta era l'acqua, perché ovviamente, insomma, Trevi...
L'acqua. Right. Going back to the story, Piercarlo had met with Sergio because Sergio was working on an Italian film. Well, we were all making an Italian film. And since Sergio wanted his film to have a distinct Italian flair, he asked Piercarlo to tell him at least 3 components that he thought influenced the way that Italians saw the world. Now, if you remember from the last video, the first component Piercarlo had said was water. But the second component is the reason behind all of this thinking that I have been doing.
Specialmente Treviso, cioè l'emigrazione è stata enorme, ha cambiato tutto.
The influence of other cultures. And how does that influence the Italian imagination, you may ask? In the case of Piercarlo, he married a brilliant woman named Lisa, who has always appreciated what's beyond the borders of the United States.
I wanted to be immersed in Italy. I wanted to see it as close as I could to the Italian people. Why I had that inside of me, that I wanted that, I have no idea where that came from.
So there's an internationality that is very much present in the way that they think.
That's great, honey. Wow. Are you an Indian? Are you a wild creature? What are you?
I'm a rock star.
You are a rock star. You are, absolutely.
But how do other cultures influence the country of Italy? People think of Italian culture as being just one culture. So, really, what is Italian culture? This is the month of June of the year 2012. We are in a small town in the area of Cilento. Although, I wouldn't say we are really succeeding in blending in. Each of the Americans that's there that evening knows very well the importance of what's happening. It's the semi-final of the Euro Cup. The Azzurri team is going against one of their biggest rivals. Given the political panorama between the two nations, the game is of particular importance. A great deal of hope. is placed on one man.
Partenza della metà campo, il lancia Balotelli, posizione regolare di Balotelli. Balotelli entra in area di rigore, il tiro, rete! Rete! Si toglie la maglia Balotelli, festeggia, verrà ammonito.
Mario Balotelli, the most loved and hated individual in Italy that year.
Io personalmente Balotelli per me è un grande giocatore, però è ancora ragazzo, ha fatto le sue cretinate, ma ora sul campo tecnicamente è fortissimo.
We tend to forget that Rome was not just Italy. Nowadays, the influence of other cultures in Italy is still very present. Some say that it is actually that Italian ability of welcoming the influence of other cultures what will ultimately help stabilize Italy's economy. Some others, though, think that giving in to the influence of other cultures will change the values of Italy, and not in a good way. And luckily for Italy, there are some who are able to find a good balance.
Ciao, io sono Ivan Silvestrini, faccio il regista.
In 2012, Ivan created a web series called Stuck, a series that was made in Italy with a multi-ethnic cast.
Tanto ho pensato, in qualsiasi paese dove ci sia il melting pot, ci sono tanti accenti diversi. Spero che semplicemente Stuck venga visto come un mondo dove la gente parla accenti diversi, come è normale che sia, e c'è chi parla inglese di Londra, c'è chi parla americano del Bronx, c'è chi parla italo-americano, c'è chi parla un po' francese. Ci sono tutte queste cose insieme. Il punto era raccontare delle storie.
We went to the area of Rome called Eud to check out the premiere of one of the episodes of the Stuck series. The place was packed. People seemed to take in the idea of Italian actors speaking in English as something that was completely natural. Was this a loss of Italian culture? Or people pushing for a new evolution of it?
Io non amo particolarmente molti aspetti della cultura popolare italiana contemporanea e forse anche per questo ho scelto di fare una serie usando uno humor più inglese. Comunque io sono italiano e non posso del tutto dimenticare cosa c'è nella mia psiche di italiano. Però penso che quello humor più tagliente, glaciale e sia più utile per farmi dire le cose che io voglio dire.
And that's the key that Ivan found. Using outside elements made him more Italian. Something that is possible when you know exactly what you want to stand for.
Un film dovrebbe cambiarti. Un'esperienza di 1 ora e mezza che tu dedichi a una storia dovrebbe cambiarti. Se non ti cambia almeno un po', che cosa ci sei stato a fare 1 ora e mezza seduto al buio in mezzo a tutta quella gente?
For Ivan, it was about using whatever tools he could get from the outside to get the best out of himself. But when is it too much influence of other cultures a problem? Is it what perhaps Fellini talked about in La Dolce Vita? By presenting Marcello, an Italian infatuated with the amazing Silvia, even though he knew that he couldn't influence her back. And so in order to understand Italy right now, you must understand how different cultures inside of it shape the way that people think. Perhaps that's what we should all do with ourselves. Understand the different cultures that are within us and use the best out of the exterior to get the best out of who we are. What do you think?